I don't know if there's anyone there watching me at the minute. Perfectly okay. It's normally live on different platforms. Recently got it's not now yesterday. If I need on to become monetized, I can do live events. And I like live events. And I will be here for hours retailing this car, having a quick chat. Maybe you just want to skip my mouth chat, carry on with the work. I want to start with the interior, as you can see. Then I get on to cleaning the wheels, no time in the car, we'll turn it hot pink with the snow foam. I'll teach you about the different products that I use, happy to answer any questions about detailing that you might have a general quick out, keep the company through the day. Now, basically it. I'm not in any rush today. Don't want to be here forever. But I'm not in any rush. The client's not in any rush for the car back. We'll discuss that out later. Normally in this car we find anything from fake town on the boot to nails. That's the thing that blows me out the most. Finding someone's nails on a car that they've been sat there picking, bashing, and blue. McDonald's chips and straws. Another classic. But I found some weird and wonderful things in cars before. Here we go. What did I just say? McDonald's chips. I'm not lying. Not surprised. There's always a McDonald's chip. Not just this car. I bet there's some of your cars too. So this car comes into me once a week. It's pretty well maintained because of it. I miss the odd week, but hey, we're all allowed a holiday, right? And I normally do this car on a Friday morning, but I'm taking a long weekend. And sort of share it all with you guys. 57 people is brilliant. So thank you very much for being here. And I know that on YouTube compared to TikTok, where I've normally got anywhere from this amount of people, I've had up to 1,500 people watching me. And there's normally loads and loads of questions, comments, people having a chit chat. YouTube's much more quiet. This is fun. You don't know me, I don't know you. In fact, I can't tell a single person that's watching it. Actually, here we go. I do hate stuff. What with the chips on the floor? Not on the chip, the McDonald's chips, they're brilliant. Not as good as Burger King though. Gary is a friend. For those of you that can see Gary writing in the chat there, we met through TikTok, and Gary helped me moderate on TikTok. I was really quite busy on TikTok. Lots of people to block, lots of people to mute, lots of people to pin their posts, and different products that I'm using. But you guys on here, you keep it easy for them, and you keep it easy for me. What's this? In 404. Um, cleaning the car, cleaning the Range Rover. It's not having anything super duper. I'm not spending days on this particular car. There's an Aston Martin here, let me show you. That took me about 3 days. Aston Martin BB7. That car's for sale. I'm not selling it. If any of you are relatively local, ever you want to buy an Aston Martin BB7, that one's looking pretty good now. The chances of someone here actually looking to buy a BB7 are probably slim to none. If you're interested, there's one right there. In fact, I really need to get the guy to come and pick it up. It's been there for a good few days now. Right, this is pretty much a dog bed. So let me get this out of the car. I'm going to come back to this one later. Where shall I put this? I'm going to put this in a chair and I'll be right back with you any second. Please don't go anywhere. Here we go. I'm back already. So yeah, normally what I talk about is all the different products that I use, how to, could be just generally tips that we can, or I can give you hints and tips and detail in the car. Got a problem with detailing, something wrong, you don't know how to fix it, let me know, happy to help. Basically, that's how I do things on here. And hopefully you like the kind of content that I'm putting out there. And hopefully I can get you all talking at some point. Although I've tried a few times and I'm not quite there yet. So I will work it out. I'll work out how to get you guys talking. And whilst you're watching, if there's any chance of a like, I'm hoping the button is right here for you. I'm still learning how this platform works being alive. Message retracted. Okay. Uh, yeah, so I'm still learning how it works. So I'd really like your help in teaching me. If there's any chance of a like, a subscribe, that would be beautiful. So thank you very much for that one. But I can't tell like I can on other apps who's who's given a like and who subscribed. I can't even tell who's here. So please forgive me on that one. I wish I could, and then I'll thank you by name. But it doesn't tell me, unfortunately. But I do appreciate every single one of you that's here. You have flexible routers in my partner. We've got both of them 404, but the ones that I stick to is I've got a couple of what I call the Chinese knockoff. For when the routers break, I've got two routers and a carbon collective. This is in the UK. Yes, absolutely. So I'm in England, a place called Essex. It's not too far from London, and I guess we've got quite a decent mix of products here. There's a lot of the American brands that we don't have, like Super Clean, and the organisers new kit that is brought out. We don't have that yet, but I guess we will at some point. That's assuming you guys know who can organise these. You might not. Right, doing the interior of this car isn't particularly bad, so I'll get everything that I can done on here. And I think the outside's probably more exciting for you guys. The slow fun especially because I will turn the car pink. The snow fun that I use, and I know you've got a bit of a funny view right now, but bear with me. So the snow fun that I use is by a company called Duel, Del, and they do a few different snow phones. They finally cracked the code on a slow phone that's coloured, which makes it fun to use. It smells nice, smells of strawberry, and it's an alkaline cleaner, which means it's a degreaser. Now, normally, well, up until very recently, slow phones that were coloured just looked good. They didn't actually clean, so I was very much against them. But these guys, no, so these guys have cracked the code. They've got what it works. Uh, he's from Canada. Yes, Pan is a friend of mine. He's like, wow, okay. If you know Pan, then you know all the right people. But yeah, he's a great guy. He's done very well. I'd love if he would recognise me one day. But he's got like 1 million subscribers on here, something like that, which is fantastic. And it's not easy to do. Really not easy to do. So yeah, I hope he does very well with his line of product. And he will do very nice, actually, with his line of product. He's got such a huge reach. He knows his stuff, really knows his stuff. very well educated man. So good luck to him. Uh, and whilst we're on the subject of Canada, I've got half my family in Canada. And I haven't been there since 1993 to see them. Then again, some of them have never been over here to see us. So I'm not the bad one. We're all rubbish. We should go and see each other, but we don't. So if there's any questions about these planning, I would love to help you guys. Most people ask me about how to remove brake dust. How do I clean a steering wheel, Alcantara, leather? They ask me about how to clean windows, water spots, machine polishing, the products that I use, the machines that I use, loads of questions. Don't be shy. It could well be that you just want to say hello from wherever you're at. Please go for it. I'm going to try and get you guys speaking. I don't know how yet, but you're making me work for it, aren't you? I think you might just be looking, going, well, this guy just shut up and clean the car. We use a lot of Sonax products and Top Chemicals. Yeah, they're both really great brands. We have them here, but I think they're bigger overseas than they are here. Then again, Top Chemicals isn't a small brand anymore, it's Sonax. I think there's other brands that people use here more often. Oh, let me try over. But yeah, they're two good brands. I've only got one Top Chemi product here with me. That's their Top Chemi FSC. They're a really good water spot remover, especially water spot that is anyway. Right, okay. I am going to wipe the leather down and I'm going to use a tornador. Do many of you know what a tornador is? You need a compressor to have it. Sorry, that's worded that terribly. You need a compressor to make it work. Anyone can have a tornador, but I'll show you what a tornador is. And what it is basically a massively overly powered duster. This is what a tornador is, and this spins round and round. If I hold this, you see, spins round like a tornado, tornador. See what they've done there? But what it's good for is blowing out dust and leaves and all kinds of stuff. So that's what I'm going to do on this now because I've given it a hoover. So the chances are I'm going to have to give this a second hoover, but that's okay. I won't do the second hoover live. I'll do that off camera. Don't want to see me do that for a second time. So that's what this is good for. And if you're a detailer or even just an enthusiast that just so happens to have a compressor, these are brilliant. It's also good for getting the gnat back in the Alcantara. Good at moving the kit that's stuck down the side of the seats somewhere else so you can hoover them up. Think about these things. Tornador, good unit. Yeah, it is. This is their new smaller Tornador. To be honest with you, I wish they brought it out ages ago because it's brilliant. I'm not selling any of this stuff. Right, see, now that definitely needs to be hoovered again. I'm not surprised about. Not surprised. Way too many times to be surprised that I need to hoover it for a second time. And this car, I dread to think how many times I've done a Range Rover of theirs. no, 70, 80 times, something like that. No idea. It's got to be that because they've been coming to me for a year and a half. Obviously, there's weeks where they don't come in. Yep, the number plate is covered up before. Can you cover it up then? 66, good mornings. Hello. How are you doing? Thank you for joining me today. We're going to be spending a few hours just making this car look. Where did the leaf come from? I hoovered that up and there's now a leaf in there. You watched me hoover it. This is why you need one of these. You press there, little corner. They work fantastically well. There we go. Now I can get in the driver's side. We'll do this again. It's called See People Across the Pond into Detailing. Yeah, absolutely. And I do watch quite a bit of YouTube, watching you guys over there as well. Hence how I know Pan the organizer. Well, I don't know him. I know of him. Okay, that's done. I want to do the Hoover and the interior windows after. So what I'm going to do now is I want to start to clean this car. I've got all my cables tied up here. That's not good, is it? Right, so I want to spray a cleaner on the wheels. I'm going to use Axis by Dual, which most of you that are not in England probably won't know Dual. As far as I'm aware, they're a UK-based company and product, but there's a lot of people abroad that are asking for them. Hopefully, I'll get there at some point. Right. This Aston is looking good. I know that the car that you're looking at right now is not an Aston, but this one right here is an Aston Martin DB7. And although you can't see it, it's looking good. Do you follow DIY detail? Mm, I like Ivan, but the way that they market DIY, I just haven't been bought into it. I don't know why, but yeah, it's a bit of a funny one, that actually. I like them. I hope they're successful, but I don't follow them. Find their videos quite salesy, bit cheesy. Maybe I need to watch my own videos and they're the same thing. I don't know. I've got an all-purpose cleaner in here mixed at 10 to 1. It's all nitty-gritty. I'm going to put this on the tyres. I'm going to put dual axis as a wheel cleaner on the wheels. No surprise there. And then I'll just pressure wash it off. The other week I did do a deep clean of these wheels. And the reason that I am, let me point you down so you can see what I'm doing here. The reason I'm not doing a deep clean today is because they're just black. If I deep clean these every single week, they're already scratched, but they're going to be even worse because they're gloss black. So about once a month, I'll deep clean them. I don't even think the owner knows I just do that for them. But this is such a powerful cleaner that this will be fine for what we're looking to do today. So I'll just spray this on, rinse it off, and they'll be pretty good with very, very little effort. That's it. Unfortunately, in Canada, the Range Rovers get stolen quite quickly. It's funny you mentioned that 404 because over here in the UK, they've got a real problem with Range Rovers. They're getting stolen left, right, and centre. Range Rover themselves had to start their own insurance company because people didn't want to insure Range Rovers anymore. And not only that, Range Rover stopped insuring their own cars because it's so bad. I don't know what it worked out to in Canadian dollars, but one client of mine, he bought a new Range Rover, and his insurance was £500 a week, which is utterly ridiculous. Yeah, so I'm not surprised. And everything Range Rover seemed to do to fix it, it doesn't work. This is the second Range Rover that this client has had. I spent 4 days detailing the one before it. It looked absolutely stunning. I know I would say that, but it did. And 6 weeks later, it got stolen. Literally 6 weeks. And I was absolutely gutted for them. I said, please don't buy another Range Rover. Go and get a Tesla or something. Um, they bought another one. And I thought that the car would be, in 1,000 pieces in different parts of the world, sold apart. They ended up finding the car a few months later, just a couple of miles down the road. Never would have thought that that would happen. They tried to buy it back, but they couldn't, or they couldn't, or they didn't want to. But they did give it a go. They had the CCTV footage of it as well. The guys just pushed the gate open to their home, and they got in the car, and they were searching around for about 60 seconds. Started the car, only for one of them to have a look somewhere else, and the keys were in the car. They could have just started it and driven off literally in seconds. Because it was a gated home where these people live, they left the keys in the car. The thieves didn't need the keys because they started it anyway, but then they had to put them. Right, so after this is the one problem with the Marelec foamers. The nozzles get completely blocked. It was clear yesterday. In fact, it's not just Marelec. Other brands seem to have the same problem. Right. So, so 404, do you detail full time? Do you do it part time because you enjoy it? Just do your own cars, clients' cars, family cars, friends' cars? Right, I need to use, let's see, I'm going to use a different all-purpose cleaner. I'm going to give this a little test. Actually, no, I'm going to use Built Hamber now. Do you guys use Built Hamber over there? Got Built Hamber Surf X8D mixed at 10 to 1, and I'm going to spray that down here. I'm going to spray it on that step. Really, really good cleaner, degreaser. Just trying to make this very, very light work. Right? I need to, don't need to spray in there. Any good detailing products at a store called Halfords? Do you know what? They've changed what they've got in store now. They actually have flex products in there. So you could say that yes, they do. Auto Bright isn't in there anymore. I would have said that I will say this about every brand. Um, so Maguire's do have a lot of great products. Am I going to say that all of them are great and their cost um, the cost is great? Nope. Do they have good products? Yeah. So Halfords have changed. And I'd say it's good. What cleaner would you recommend to remove brake dust from the alloys and bodywork? Keith, thank you. Keith, whereabouts are you based? Because I'm talking to people from America and Canada, Australia, and I never know. Like, there's one that I could recommend right now, which is this one. It's called Dual Toxin, and it's really great, but you can only get it in the UK. So if you're not in the UK, Newcastle upon Tyne, right? Okay. Well, these are Manchester based, and this one's called Dual Toxin. And I don't know if this is picking it up, but it does say on here iron fallout remover. You can literally spray it on the wheels and pressure wash it off. It will do a lot of the work for you. But that's a great fallout remover. That's the one that I use. Okay, let's see. We love a bit of built ham, but expensive, but worth the money. Do you know what? It's expensive for you because of all the shipping costs. For me here, it's cheap because they're literally down the road. Well, I know that they're in Essex, which is where I am. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pressure wash these wheels, then I'm going to snow foam the car. So bear with me a second. So these wheels, I can already see the gloss coming back. That product that's been sitting there for a few minutes has done a lot of the legwork for me. I'm going to make sure that I hit all the angles so I don't miss any. And because they're gloss black, they don't get deep cleaned every single week. And I'm sure you'll be able to agree. Keith, no problem at all. If you're on TikTok, have a look on TikTok because they've always got good deals on there. And they do these mystery boxes. You get, I don't know, 10, 20, 30% off. So have a look on TikTok. You'll get a discount. But those wheels look glossy again. And I've not even touched them. So that's a good thing. Sometimes this is the way that you need to clean gloss wheels if you don't want to scratch them. Once the snow foam is on there, I will put a brush on them for a very, very light clean, but only a very light clean. And actually, I've got another product that I need to test. Ooh, that's going to be the first time that I'm using it as well. Forgot about that. I'm looking forward to putting the snow foam on the car and showing you that I really will turn this car pink. Again, trying to hit the wheels from all different angles, don't want to miss any. So one more wheel to do, and I want to snow foam this car. So if there's any more questions about detailing, more than happy to help. Please just write a comment. If you just want to chit chat, like the 404 from Canada, then yeah, that's what I enjoy as well. Put it this way, I can on this particular car, I've timed it. I can do this car on my own without a live in 43 minutes, I think it was. Want to be precise about it. But when I do it live, I can take 3, 4 hours to do this car. Right, okay, that is done. You have some excellent detailing equipment there. I'm detailing part time, doing a black Audi on Saturday, A7. That's a big old car. Yeah, I guess I've got a few good toys. What are you doing to the Audi exactly? The big old car to do. And do you know what? You don't always need the most expensive products and brands out there. Like my pressure washer is not expensive by any means, but it's never let me down. It's never broken. And if it's broken, it's just because I've done something to it. Then I fix it and it's good to go again. So it's never actually broken. But yeah, I do like a few toys every now and then. A message has been retracted. I don't know if that's by yourself, Kane. Not sure if I pronounced your name right there. Is that Gary that retracted it, or is it you that retracted it? What I'm doing is just flushing out dirt because these steps get a lot of mud stuck in them, and I'm just flushing that out. There's quite a lot coming out of here, actually. It's that time of year where it's just going to take a longer time to clean these cars. Right, who's ready for the snow foam? Who thinks I'm joking when I say I'm going to turn this car pink? Not you. Okay. Well, that's an unusual one because I've never seen that one before. Have you, Gary? I'm doing a mechanical and chemical decontamination, one-step polish and ceramic coating. Okay, you are doing a lot of work then. That's no easy task. That would take me ages to do that work. Right. Now, this is so when you change one of these for any other adapter, make sure that it's in there properly, fire it away from the car. Right, okay. The pink is incoming. Right, I'm going to start on the other side of the car, if you guys can't see. I'm going to start over there. I'm going to come round and you'll see this car turn pink. I promise you. Right, so give me just a moment. There we go. Pink car incoming. What do we think? Do we like the pink? It's also strawberry scented, so it's quite nice to use. I'm going to do the roof. The Range Rover in pink on camera looks better than it. Oh, no, no, it looks good in person too. I'll take that back. I was going to say it looks better in camera. Oh, I love using this stuff. It smells nice and it looks good. Uh, right. Honestly, I'm not looking forward to it, but it pays well. Good. See, I'd be looking forward to it, but knowing full well it's going to take me a long time. So every now and then I get someone in to come and help me. Without prying 404, what's the ballpark for you? Did not think I'd like watching, but I do, and it's a nice pick. Oh, Fire Blast, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I think quite a few people have said that it's quite satisfying to watch. So I'm only too pleased that I'm satisfying to so many people. Cover the wheels, there we go. The points, it's nearly done. I'd say we're pretty much finished. So I'm still learning how this works. This is about the fifth or the sixth live that I've ever done on YouTube, on TikTok. I don't even know how many lives I've done. I've been going live since about February, two, three times a week mostly. Right, that's that finished. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use just a soft brush to. Oh, no, I'm not going to finish now. Just to go over the wheels because I've already dusted them off, so to speak. And then I'm going to pressure wash that off, and I'm going to clean the car manually. I'm going to get some protection on the car. I'm not going to dry the car thoroughly, and I've got a very, very good reason why. I run my water from something called an IBC, which just holds water. And what it means for me is it's filtered because I'm running a reverse osmosis system, which I know that a lot of you might be like, well, that's a bit boring. But to me, it's important. So what will happen is I cannot get water spots on the car because of the reverse osmosis system. I'm using a detail factory brush. I'm just going to dust off the wheels. Let's see here. Mate. Uh, let's see. So, I like this. We're getting to know people, Gary. We're getting to know some people, and they're nice people. Right. So what I'm going to do is, like I say, because I've used a wheel cleaner already, this is a very soft wheel brush. Now I've got the snow foam on there. I'm going to give it a quick dust over, and that's it. I'm going to pressure wash it off, and then move to the next wheel. What ceramic coating are you going to put on the car? Wonder what ones you use over there. It's just such a huge choice that you've got. So yeah, I'm wondering what ceramic coating you're going to use for that Audi. If any of you wouldn't mind giving me a like, I'd really appreciate that. I think the most, so my aim today is more. I think it was 12 last time I was here. I had loads of followers. Sorry, not followers. I had loads of views. I think it went up to 28,000 views on my last live, which is big numbers, really big numbers. So today I'm targeting more again. Uh, hmm. Gary, how's the sound today, out of curiosity? After yesterday, with everyone saying how good it was, now I'm curious if it's any good or not. Doing that. Again, dust it off. One more wheel, then I'm going to pressure wash it off. And then I'm going to hand wash the car. But you'll see, because of the products that I put on there, a lot of the dirt will already come off. Tap the three dots top right corner and hit the thumbs up. Cheers. Is that right? So they've got to go through a whole process to do that. But Gary, thank you. Can you pin your own post? Can you do that? But yeah, if I can get a like, thank you very much. If I can get a subscriber, thank you very, very much. And it's helping me get to 4,000 watch hours. So there's me being completely open and honest. I want to get to 4,000 watch hours. I want to become monetized on YouTube. And then who knows? Maybe it means that I can come and do longer lives. I'd like to already. Oh, well, thank you very much, Fire Blast 2008, which is a fantastic name. I really do appreciate that a hell of a lot. This platform, it's not the slowest one for me to grow. In fact, Instagram is the slowest one for me. But this is the one that I want to grow at the moment the most. And it's getting there. It's getting there. So thank you very much. Every single like and follow, uh, honestly, massively appreciate. Right, okay. So can you see the car? Yes, you can. Uh, so every time you use a machine, it dulls your voice. Right. Okay. Yeah. We're looking at fixing that. We've just got different platforms seems to do different things with the sound, and we're not entirely sure why yet. Yesterday on TikTok, people couldn't hear this. They couldn't hear the tornado, but on this one you can. So I have no idea why. No pinning, fair enough. It's a label called Blue Collar. I'm using the Collar 9, excellent line. I don't know that one. And Dan Wellstead, subbed and liked. Thank you, Dan. Really appreciate you. Is that really corny, me going like this? But I do appreciate you a hell of a lot. Right. Now, even though I'm 6'4", I still need to stand on this and get the roof done. So if you don't mind just for a second, I need to get all the pink off this car now. It's going to take me a couple of minutes. When it's going to be the hand wash stage, I need to finish the interior. I haven't dusted it off yet. All I've done is the Hoover. I need to do the windows, the tyres, and there's still quite a bit to do on this car. But I'm in no rush. Hopefully you aren't either. Uh, I did allude to me drying the car, but not thoroughly. That is due to the filtered water. So I'm going to show you what I use and how to do it quickly when you're doing it yourself. But I'm not going to dry this car thoroughly because I cannot leave water spots due to the system that I'm using. PFG detailing on all platforms. Yes, thank you very much. It is. A different mic might help. Yes, I think it will do. Danny Giorgio, is that you? Is that the Danny Giorgio? Is it you? My long-term friend Danny? Or is it just a coincidence? Be careful. I'll definitely be careful. I've nearly fallen off so many times. Metal, flat, wet platform, nearly fallen off a few times. Oh, I need to know if that's Danny Giorgio. Of course it is. Wow. Okay. Wow. We must have known each other for what, 20 years? How are you doing? It really is a small world. Oh, that's really made me smile, that has. It's happened a few times that I'm doing a live and then I'll see a friend that I haven't seen in a really long time and just pop up. It happened about 2 weeks ago, actually, with another girl from school that I used to be in class with. I haven't spoken to her in years. Comes up to live 5 minutes from me. How nice is that? Right, so with this snow foam or any snow foam, by the way, you need to make sure that you are pressure washing it all off. Hit every single angle on the car. You need to get it off. You just do. Otherwise, you haven't got the dirt off, quite simply. You've got the suds off the top, but not the dirt underneath. I've known you about 23 years. Yeah, it's got to be. Oh, that's scary, isn't it? I bet there's people in this room that aren't even 23 years old. That make you feel old. I'm slowly giving away. Oh, you can't see me. Slowly giving away how old I might actually be. I know I only look 23, but we are old. No, we're not. We're not old. Maybe we are a little bit. Not too much. Right, here's another hint and tip with the coloured snow foams. If you use them, look at what it does to the floor. So you need to clear it really. Otherwise, what it will do is it will leave the pink behind. So that has to go. I've got drainage underneath the car. And if you've got a convertible, like a soft top convertible, I probably wouldn't use a coloured snow foam. I don't know if it's safe on there. If I don't know if it's safe, I'd rather just say to you, just don't use it on there. That means that my ass is covered. Right. How can I not hear anything from your pod? Are they just Apple ones? When you say you can't hear anything, you can't hear my voice or you can't hear the noise. But they are the Apple AirPods Pro 2. Makes me feel old. 23 years ago, I was in year 9 of secondary school. 23 years ago, I was working. What was I? How old am I now? 23 years ago. Yeah, I was working in a bank. None of us are old. We're not old. but we do remember the good old days. So you'll see not very much dirt left on this car. So it is a powerful cleaner. I'm not to say that there's others out there that aren't. All I'm saying is snow phones, yes, they look good aesthetically, but when you get a good one, they do actually work. And the reason that they're important is really quite simple. When you go to wash the car, which I'm going to do any second, so I've just pressure washed it off. But you can see that there's dirt. Hopefully, you can see a bit under here that's on the car. And if you go straight in with a mitt and you wash that, you're going to scratch the car. But when you use these snow foams, it degreases the car, it softens up the dirt, so it's easier to get off. And this isn't going to make it 100% clean. It's just going to make it clean enough that when you do put the mitt over the car, you're not going to scratch it. Or if you do, it's going to be nowhere near as much. Now, there's another argument for it, and the other argument is, um, how's that label? The other argument is, oh, well, a pressure washer can do that on its own. And yes, a pressure washer will remove some of the dirt. Will it remove all of it? No. Does a snow foam make it easier? Yes. Does it look good? Yeah. Is it fun to do? Yeah. Is it cheap? Yeah. Don't even go down the old road. Background noise. You can hear the background noise. It's 5:20 a.m. Wow, that's early. See you soon, 404. And I can't remember exactly when you said you're doing the Q7. I think it's this weekend, but I hope you enjoy it and hopefully see you again soon. I like this. People are already getting to know each other. I feel like on TikTok we've got a great community already. And I want to build the same thing here. I really, really do. So it sounds like a few of you can hear the noise this time round. But on TikTok they couldn't, which I just can't work out. You would have thought the same technology, but it's clearly different. So forgive me about the noise. Oh, you can only hear my voice. All right, then that's a good thing. That's a very, very good thing. Fire Blast, whereabouts are you based? Are you UK based? Are you also in Canada, America? Get quite a lot of people from Australia watching. So yeah, I wonder where everyone's from. Again, I just want to get rid of the pink that's on the floor. I've done this enough times to know now that I'll end up with a pink floor. And it doesn't actually look as good as you think it does when it dries. Right, okay. So I've got a new toy that I haven't used yet. And I wonder, like, 'cause one of the things that I like to do is I like to test products and brands and tools, chemicals. Wow, you're in Dartford. Okay. I'm only in Romford. You are like really close. I know Dartford. The bridge that will never be paid for, which they said they would. Yeah, okay. That is a small world then. You're very, very close. And not only that, Fire Blast, but Gary lives near me. And I'm in Buckers Hill, and Gary's not too far. And if Danny Giorgio is still in here, he used to live around my area as well. So don't know where he lives now. It might still be local. I haven't been to your neck of the woods in years, though. Used to go to Blue Water all the time. Used to love it there. I've not been in years. So much pink on the floor. Okay, that is flushed out. Now it's time for the manual wash. Then I'm not going to do any decontamination on this. I think I did some last time. Last time being last week. Was it last week or the week before? Basically, it doesn't need it because I know that I've done it in the past couple of weeks. But I will show you guys that another time, and it's just decontaminating the paintwork. So I've got two buckets here. I'm just going to get some suds into there. Okay. There's a reason for two buckets. Now I don't know if all this stuff is interesting to you or not, but I like to explain what I'm doing and the reasons why. And move this over here. So two buckets. In one bucket, I've got shampoo and water. End of story. The other one is also shampoo and water. But once the mitt has been on the car, it's got dirt in it. I flush it out in one of the buckets, get rid of the water, put it in the one that's just got shampoo and water in there. The other one now has dirt in it. So there you go, two buckets, two bucket wash method. It's as simple as that. I just thought I'd explain it. You might not need to know or want to know that. Did the contact wash already? No, I'm just about to do that. Annabella Ramos. Is it Spanish? Is it Annabella Ramos? I don't know. It sounds like it could be a Spanish name. Part of me are hoping it might be Spanish because I'm trying to learn. Well, I was trying to, and Duolingo was good for a little bit of time. But after 850 days straight, never missing a day, I got a bit bored of trying to learn Spanish on Duolingo. Like, "Well, I need to speak to a Spanish speaker." And I don't know many of those in England. So, yeah. It is Spanish. Okay, cool. Does that mean you're in Spain? Or, well, there's plenty of countries around the world that speak Spanish. Could be in South America. You could be in England. You're just someone that speaks Spanish in England. So, did I pronounce it right then? Anabellamo. I think I pronounced that properly. In fact, I'm pretty sure I did. Right. So all I'm using is a microfiber from Joule, which is this one's absolutely massive, and it works well. It's soft. It holds lots of water, which for some reason I really like. I don't know if that's a benefit or not, but I like it. Oh, that water is freezing cold. Why did I not put a waterproof on today? And in fact, it's cold enough that I probably should have a jacket on, but I'm so used to the cold now, it really doesn't bother me. Okay. So yeah, nice, great big soft microfiber. I'm just using a pH neutral shampoo, nothing of this world that adds gloss and waxes and all this kind of stuff. It's not acidic, it's not alkaline, it's the pH neutral, really decent shampoo. And the reason that I like it is because it adds slickness, which to me is important when you're cleaning the car. My son tried to teach me Spanish, I gave up, and his twin tried to teach me French, I gave up. I've got too confused. Yeah, I think you're probably learning too many languages at a time there. Do they both speak fluent French and Spanish? I mean, it's great if they can. I've been trying to learn for years because I go to Mallorca really quite often. I think I've been 3 times this year because my nan lives over there, and I'm going to go and see her again at some point. So That's the reason that I want to learn. There we go. Let me bring you in here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm doing the top half of the car, and because I'm doing the glass and the glass just won't scratch, it's no problem if I don't flush it out as religiously. Whereas on the paintwork, I will flush this out every 1 to 2 panels. But also, you've got two sides, so flip it around. Oh, it just reminded me of a song. I can't sing that because the next few words are not good. Anyway, yeah. So on the paintwork, I'll be flushing this out much, much more often. But you're not going to scratch paint with, sorry, you're not going to scratch glass with a microfiber. It's pretty much impossible unless you've got diamonds in the microfiber. And if you have, then well, tell me where you bought that microfiber from. They're learning at school, but one who's learning Spanish can talk really well. That's so good. I wish we did more of that over here. I was doing French at school. I didn't go to a particularly good school. I wasn't interested. And I think I got a C in French. I can't speak French. Just can't. Part of me wishes I could, but I can't speak French. Right. So what we do is get rid of the water, which there's not much in there. Going to flush it out in one bucket. Again, get rid of the water. So now any dirt that might have been on that microfiber, I've got rid of. Now it goes into another bucket with fresh water, and now we're good to go again. And that's the reason that I use the two buckets. Okay, there we go. So we're going to do the top half of the car. Yeah, you can see everything that I'm doing. I'm going to go up to this line right here. Then I'm going to do the lower part of the car. And I'm not going to use that side of the microfiber on a higher part of the car again until I flushed it out. Because of course, I mean, it doesn't show you on there because there's so much dirt removed, but that's going to be the dirty side. So now flip it over and just go again. Again, there's me wishing I had my waterproof on today. This t-shirt's going to be soaking wet by the end of it. Okay. There's 140 people here, which means, Gary, and to the 140 people, we have officially got the most amount of people I've ever had on a live on YouTube. So 140 massive, massive, genuine thank yous. For anyone that has just sat there watching, for the people that have liked, for the people that are chatting to me. There's a couple of you guys there. I just want to say thank you. So for me personally, we've just broken a record, and that truly makes me very, very happy because I'm trying to get monetized on here. It's just me being completely honest with you. And for me to get monetized on here, I need to get 4,000 watch hours, which is not easy. I can do one video on TikTok and get 4,000 watch hours. I've got a spider on my face. Whereas on YouTube, not that easy for me with the exact same content. I've never gone viral on YouTube, whereas on other platforms, I've had videos do up to 1.6 million views. I've got a whole bunch of them of 1 million. But on here, it's more difficult. But thankfully, I like doing lives. I like coming and talking to people. I like getting to know you. Hopefully, you like the content that I'm putting out there. Yeah. My least favorite part of ownership is cleaning it. So I bought a car that looks just as ugly, clean as it does dirty. Well, then we all want to know now, then, don't we? Shadow Logic. What car did you buy? That's the funniest thing I've seen someone say. An original. I've not seen anyone say that before. Does anyone else want to take a guess on what car that could be? Let's try and get you guys involved. What car looks as ugly clean as it does dirty? There's got to be someone there that can think of something. Right, now let's spin to the bottom of a Jeep. Is that ugly? I mean, it's no Aston Martin. That's so funny that you're saying that about your own car. Oh god, I do like people with good sense of humour. That's made me laugh. I like that. I've done a post. I think it might be on here. It's a Honda Jazz that has been pooed on, shall we say, by 1,000 birds. If you think I'm joking, take a look at it. I can't remember what I've named it. Oh, what have I done here? I've undone that. Definitely don't do that. But yeah, take a look at that because I think that that is the ugliest car around. And the fact that it's been crapped on, Lord knows how many times, I've never seen anything like it. A Toyota Price, that's a good shout. I think that's actually one of the most annoying cars on the road because it's normally driven by a taxi driver and they don't care how they drive. Pull out in front of you, take their time, stop and drop someone off where they shouldn't. It's like, come on, people have got lives to live. But yeah, so they are annoying for a couple of reasons. So I agree with you there. What else is an ugly car? Citroen Cactus. Why have they put all that plastic down the side of the car? Can anyone tell me why? Why would you? Why? Why? Citroen Cactus. That one. Yeah, you know about the Prius drivers as well, don't you? Prius, call it whatever you will. Trying to think of another ugly car, but I think we've got a couple of them right there. Right, again, I'm just going to this line, and underneath that, when I use this microfiber, it's not going to go back up the car. Just going to stay at the bottom. Then I'm going to flip it over. Uh, the thing is, it doesn't even look dirty, but Mini Countryman, Mini Countryman. I guess so. I drive a Mini, so at least it's not a Mini Cooper. But Mini Countryman, yeah, I think I can see that. Something in Spanish, which I wish I could read, and I can't. My Spanish isn't that finely tuned that I know what that says, unfortunately. So if someone could help me with what that comment is, I would love to respond, be it good or bad. So sorry. No, no, no. I do so many lives, and people love to take the pee out of me driving an electric Mini. So honestly, welcome aboard. You are welcome to their club. They were only too pleased that you're taking it. So definitely don't worry about that. I like the banter. I don't mind it. And you can imagine that when you're detailing, cleaning cars, call it whatever you will, I really don't care. You get a lot of stick, and I welcome all of it. Unless people are being nasty, then they can sod off. But otherwise, I don't mind a little bit of stick. But I'm based in Havering atte Bower, which is near Romford in Essex. That's where the unit is, anyway. Whereabouts are all of you guys based? We've got someone that's in Dartford. We've got someone that's in Loughton. One of my friends popped in that I haven't seen in very, very long time. So that was a nice surprise to see him on my live on here. And I'm going to assume he's somewhere in Essex, but he might not be. Right, so I'm just using a soft brush now just to get rid of any dirt that might be on there. This is so soft, it's almost like one of those makeup brushes. And even if you don't wear makeup, you know how soft the brush is, and that's what this is. Do I train people to do detailing? Good question. I mean, I do a lot of these lives, and I do help people this way around. But recently, I'm being asked that question so often that I think I should start to train people. So why don't we say from now, yes, yes, I will train people to detail cars. I used to be in insurance before this, which is relevant to this conversation. And I used to train people that were new into their job. So I'm used to training people. I'm used to doing presentations. Hopefully, you can see right now. I've got no problem in that. But I've also thought about, do I do a subscription service where I train people? I don't know if that's going to be something that people want or not. I don't know what the value of it will be. Yeah, so there's lots of different things to think of on here. So we'll see. Would you take anyone on full time? Not full time. When I need a little bit of help, there's someone that I was training with ceramic coatings very recently. I did do that live. So when I need someone, I call him up and say, please help me. But the thing is, because I know him and I've seen his work, I can just leave him alone and I haven't actually got to train him, which is quite nice, to be honest with you. But put it this way, I'd like for the business to grow quicker than it is. And I would love to have people full time because there's enough room here. I've always wanted this as a wash bay, and I wanted that as machine polishing. I wanted that over there for paint protection and ceramic coatings. And I want this little bit as a little kitchenette. But as you can see, it's not happened as quickly as I would have liked to. But it's slowly getting there. It's a funny time at the minute with cars. There's a lot of traders not selling cars as they were before. So there's been some quiet weeks and some very busy weeks all at the same time. You never know. Does that mean you do some detailing as well? You subscribe. Oh, thank you very much. Work as a funeral director. I'm on a funeral. Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad that I can keep you busy on the. Uh, yes, that's taken my breath away. I hope it goes well. I don't know what to say with this stuff. I just never know what to say. That's the one thing that stumps me. But I hope you have a good day, no matter what. I can't imagine how difficult that job must be. There's some hard jobs in the world, but that definitely is one. To deal with that every day and probably become accustomed to it is very, very hard. Right, so the water that I'm using, for those of you that weren't here earlier, the water, believe it or not, is actually really quite important. So if any of you have suffered with water spots, you'll know exactly what I mean. You don't want the water spots on the car. I'm 23 and it started at 15. Wow. Okay. So you know that world only too well. Does that mean you're looking to do detailing instead? 8 years in one job. 8 years in one job. Have I ever done 8 years in one job? Mm, I don't think I have. Do you like to detail in your full in your spare time then, or do I need to let you get on with work? Would love to get into detailing. You can do it. You're a young man. Time is on your side. And if it's something that you love and something that you enjoy, I promise you will never work a day in your life. And until I quit my job in insurance and started doing this full time, I didn't fully understand exactly what that meant. I go to work, I have fun because I really like doing this. All of a sudden, I enjoy social media, which, believe it or not, I was not a big fan of. I like helping people. I'd say educating people. So for the people that have got questions about how to do things, I like to answer those questions. So that's why I say educating people. And when you enjoy work, It's not work. I tell people I'm retired. I go to work and I tinker in a garage with cars. It just so happens that people pay me to do it. So, so with the water that I'm using a reverse osmosis system. Let me show you what that is quickly while I'm standing relatively close to it. So that over there is known as an IBC. It's a 1,000 litre water tank. I can't read that comment down there. I'm just not that well educated in languages. But thank you for commenting nonetheless. And that is a reverse osmosis system. So it filters the water 4 times. Sometimes I add a fifth filter, and it removes uh, the minerals from the water. So when people get water spots on the car, water spots is not water because the water is evaporated. What you've got on the car is minerals. And when you remove those minerals from the water, you cannot get water spots. It's as simple as that. So that's why I don't spend a lot of time at all drying cars. It's almost unnecessary, to be honest with you. I dry new client cars because they might look at me and say, "What are you hiding by leaving the water on there?" Which is nothing. And they might think he left the car where I'm going to get water spots, and they might worry about it. So over time, like with this particular client, they know that I'll turn up with the car soaking wet, and they know no water spots. It saves me time, and ultimately it saves them money as well because I don't need to spend half an hour drying a car. Right, this car's nearly done, so I will show you how I dry a car for when I need to dry a car. But ultimately, I'm not going to dry it 100%, not even close. How long have we been on here? 74 minutes. Right, I just need to pressure wash the front of the car too. So 110, how about 13 people? I think that means I've beat the record on that now as well. We had 140 people in here, which means that is the most I've ever had on a YouTube live. So thank you to everyone for that. And I think I only had 12 likes last time. So you've helped me beat that record. So 2 records in a day. That's fantastic. Thank you very, very, very much. That means I'm going to keep coming back for more. Sometimes I do my own car once every couple of weeks, just so I can go live. Sometimes I do some product testing. In fact, do you want me to test the product right now? I know that you can't see me right now. I don't think you can. Right, for those of you that are like, what kind of products does he test? Let's let's try and tell you. So lots of different chemicals I test, different snow foam lances. But here is one that I got from TikTok, and it's a funny looking little thing. Let me show you what it is. It goes into the lance. Yes, it's a bit fiddly, I will freely admit that. And what happens is with these bigger vehicles, how am I going to show you this? I really don't know yet. Right, so with the undercarriages of cars, let's see. Can you see this down here? There you go. That's what it is. You see how powerful that is. Yeah, it's a bit of a duster. So there we go. This is a new product that I'm going to be testing over a week or so, and I'm going to be doing some videos. So 162 people. Where did you all come from? Hello. So yeah, this is a product that I'm going to be testing. So far, so good. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. And all it does is it cleans the underside of a car. So yeah, I've never used one of these before, that kind of attachment. It's called the Mingle undercar cleaner. Okay. What I would do is run it direct from the mains. So if you are running it like I am from a water tank, which many of you will not be, the power is going to be relatively low. However, you can fix that relatively easily. So, now, let me show you how easy it is to dry a car when you've got a drying towel. So if any of you still use leathers or chamois, call it what you will, you need a drying towel. Drying towels are better. Let me show you. Right, let me show you. Hopefully you can see that that is really quite simply wet on there. MJ, how you doing, MJ? Really good to see you. We've got a friendly face in the house. Right, okay. So there we go. One swipe of that towel, and you should be able to see that part is dry and that part is soaking wet. There's a really clear line. I'm always stalking you. I love a stalker on social media. Where would you and I be without the stalkers on social media? So that's how easy it is to dry a towel. So if you're using those old school chamois, do yourself a favor, go and get yourself a decent towel. This one's by Jewel. It works really well. You know I'm right, don't you? Where would we be without stalkers on social media? And we've just hit a couple of records, MJ. I've just had 170 people on here and I had 13 likes. And I think the last time I got 12. So that's brilliant. I'm chuffed with this. For those of you that are wondering how I know MJ, because MJ is also a really great detailer and he goes live on TikTok often. And why don't you add a few of your details on there just in case people want to follow you too? But MJ, does that mean you're going to start going live on here? Because I recommend it, to be honest with you. Put it this way, MJ is essentially my competition for your views, but he's a good man and he's worth a follow. Good to see you. Really tough for it. No, thank you. Um, Thank you very much. I do try and steer clear from anything that is political and religious, but I appreciate your kind words. But I do steer clear of politics and religion. They're two things that at the moment really divide people, and I'm not here for that. You get enough of that from other parts of social media and the news. You definitely don't want it from some guy cleaning a car on YouTube. Maybe I need to build my YouTube channel. Maybe. What do you mean, maybe? I'm telling you, you have to. And let me tell you, MJ, it is not easy. It's so much more difficult on here than it is on other platforms. So I'm just grafting on all of them. I was live yesterday on TikTok, live today on this one. You know, it's like it's relentless, but I enjoy it. Hi people, my name is Mohammed and I have a really sharp beard, like Shay always. Yeah, but you told me I'm not allowed to say that anymore, so I've kept my mouth shut. I don't say that anymore. But it's true, the lines are unbelievable. You know, when you see those really satisfying videos of people having their beard trimmed, and you're like, how did they get it that straight? That's MJ or Mohammed. I know him as MJ. Maybe you need to do some work, MJ. Is he not working? Got some work to do. Let's have a competition, MJ. I don't know what the competition is, but let's have a competition because I had one with Paul, you know, detailing reviews. I've just posted a pic on the TikTok. So yeah, I had a competition with detailing reviews. Is that his name on there? I just know him as Paul. It was a race to 1,000 subscribers. He beat me. He beat me well and truly by about 3 weeks. I think I've probably overtaken him now, but let's have a competition. Let's make it a little bit fun. I'm the boss. I choose my hours. Yep, MJ. That's why I am taking the rest of today off after this is done. And also, I am going to take off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, yeah, I'm having a little break too. Why not? Although I don't choose my hours, the clients do. If someone phones up and says, I want something done, be like, maybe, maybe. In fact, I'm supposed to have a ceramic coating for BMW i4 on Monday, and it's a what is it called? It's matte paint. But the guy said to me, I'll phone and confirm. Well, he hasn't phoned and confirmed, so I'm going to assume that he's cancelled on me, which means now I need to find someone for Monday and Tuesday. You know, I'm going to do a post about that. If I've had that cancellation after this live, I'm going to find out if he's cancelled. I am going to do a post to say that I've had a cancellation for 2 days. Who wants to come in? Yeah, I should start doing that. How do we do this competition? Book you in. Yeah. You won't be a paying client. If you bring cake, though, you know the score. Bring in cake. People get free car washes when they bring in cake. That's not true. Don't bring in your. That's not true. How do we do the competition? I'm not sure what it is because I've already got to 1,000 subscribers, so I don't know what it is. Maybe the first live with 30,000 views, the first live with 200 people on it, first live with 20 likes. I don't know. Can any of you get me to 20 likes before MJ? How did you get most of your clients? It certainly wasn't Google ads. Let me tell you that. Don't waste your time. I'm only on 1,500 followers on TikTok. No, not TikTok. On YouTube. Clients can come from all different places, and to be honest with you, that is a long conversation. But it's going to be anything from literally going around to car shows, flyers, talking to as many people as possible, repeat business. You've got to go out there and do everything. I remember thinking the other day when someone says I've got a full-time job and they do 37 hours, I'm like, not full time, but that's part time. I work 7 days a week. I get up in the morning, I do a post at about 8 o'clock in the morning. I come to work, go home, do a post between 6 and 8 o'clock in the evening, then reply to a load of messages and comments. Part time is not 37 hours. And I know that the majority of you will be employed, statistically speaking. But when you work for yourself, it's great, but the hours are ridiculous. And I'm not complaining. I love it. If I could, in fact, there was something that someone told me on TikTok, and I've made myself twice as busy. So definitely not a complaint. I saw how busy I was and I thought, I'm going to make it even busier. And it works. I've got 2.7 million views in a week. Okay, next post, we've got to get 100 like at least. Um, I don't know how many likes I get on posts, but yeah, okay, we can do that. Just be warned that my next video might be a wheel cleaning video, and you know that they do well. Right, I'm drying the tires for one simple reason. I'm going to put tire shine on them. Okay, not the next post then. You know, I did say to another detailer, I said, do a wheel cleaning video and send it to me. Like, record it in 4K, send it to me on WhatsApp, and let me edit the video for them and see if they get good views. You're behind with lots of comments, Jay. What do you mean I'm behind with lots of comments? If you, I don't know what you mean with I don't know what you mean. As in, I'm behind with lots of comments on here. Is that what you mean? Okay, I can send you a wheel cleaning video. Yeah, please do. Make sure that you get the wheels centered as possible. Make sure that you get a good view. Try not to block the camera in any way. Uh, yeah, make sure. Oh, this is something that people either love or hate. Make sure that you get loads and loads of suds in the water that has all the wheel brushes in there. People think that you're putting in way too much product. What they don't realize is you're putting in the right amount of shampoo and just making it sudsy with the shotgun trigger, call it whatever you will. I'm giving away gold here. Yeah, have a look at any of my videos and see how it starts. Get that angle. Send me the video over on WhatsApp. Make sure it's high quality. Let me edit the video for you, and let's get it out there. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that it's going to do well, but my ones do well. See, we help each other. That's what we do. That's what we do. We help the competition. There's enough cars in this world for all of us to be busy, and I like him, Jay. So that's why I don't mind spending an hour or so building a post. Right, okay. Tire needs to be done. I've got to do the windows. I'm going to do the windows first because otherwise, hands get a bit greasy. What I'm going to do is this car looks like it's riding quite high, so I'm going to lower it. So I don't know if any of you have got a Range Rover or you're going to clean a Range Rover. There's a little button in here. I love getting dripped on. There's a little button. Where's the button gone? There's a little button just here. Hopefully you can see this. Push this button, and the car is getting lower. Hopefully you saw it move there. Thank you, MJ, for being here. Have a lovely, busy day, and I will talk to you very soon. Window cleaning incoming. What I've got is a lint-free microfiber. Lint-free for the windows, always lint-free. Let me turn you that way a little bit. There, that's better. Lint-free for the windows. Otherwise, what will happen is, you know, when you're driving and the sun is on the window, you see these tiny little bits of lint. That's just going to get right on your nerves. I guarantee it. Right, there we go. Finally found the window cleaner. I'm using dual optical. I've got about 3 different glass cleaners here, but this one's the closest to me. So this microfiber won't leave any lint on the car. This glass cleaner shouldn't leave any residue on the windows, so no streaking. If it does, it means a couple of things. Probably that you haven't cleaned the window enough. But even if that is true, you can go over it. I get a waffle weave microfiber and I use filtered water. So it's got the impurities taken out, which is mainly the minerals. Right, flip over to the dry side. That's done. And yeah, just go over the window with pure water, and the windows normally come out absolutely fantastic. Right, this has still got the residue on there, so that is all I need to clean that little mirror. Okay, there we go. Now time for the inside window. Easy as that. 15 likes. Thank you. My aim today is to get to 20 likes. Because the other day, well, it's a round number. It's as simple as that. That's the only reason. I'm already in new territory with 15 likes, and I appreciate every single one of you 104 people here. You can't see what I'm doing, can you? Thank you for that. I think the record when I started this live for me personally was 12 likes. So the fact that I've got 15 is absolutely brilliant. And I've definitely had more views than I've ever had before. That was something like 130, and I think we peaked at 150-ish, something like that. Basically, what I'm saying is thank you. I'm going a long way around of saying thank you for supporting me, and I'm going to do everything I can to keep you entertained. I'm going to do posts every day. I'm going to do more lives. I'm going to do quite a lot more lives on here, actually. And I know that there might be a few of you that have already heard me say this morning. Put in there. But I'm trying to get up to 4,000 watch hours on TikTok, and that's going to take a long time. On not TikTok, as a faux pas. I do a lot on TikTok. Sorry, 4,000 watch hours on YouTube, and I think I've got, I don't know, 600 or so. So I've got thousands left to go. But by me doing this live, I might get another 100 hours. So when I get there, what it means is I'm going to do even more. I'm going to be live a lot. There's a test that I'm kind of doing to see if being live actually gives you revenue. Tom, is that you, Tom? Is that the Tom? I think it is. I think that might be Tom. Tom from TikTok, Tom. Is that you? I just want to make sure. It is. Ah, cool. Thank you for coming onto this platform, Tom. Yeah, I didn't want people on TikTok to think that I'm ignoring them. Definitely, because I'm not, which is why I did the live on there yesterday. But I was just explaining, and you might have already been here, I'm not sure, but we're trying to get to 4,000 watch hours. It takes a long time. So I'm going to be doing, oh, you saw the post. Thank you. The post worked. So I'm going to be doing some lives on here, but I will be letting people know. I think that's only fair. Gary said you should let people know. I'm like, yeah, you're right. It's time to start letting people know that I do lives in other places too. So yeah, this is where I'm going to spend some time, not all of it. Some of it will be on TikTok, some of it will be here. Funny enough, I've never done a live, well, maybe one live on Instagram, and that was a dud. So I'm not in any rush to do that again. He's got a new favorite Tom. No, right, there we go. So yeah, I just like explaining to people why I'm doing things. Maybe you're not bothered, but I like to tell people what I'm up to. I think it's only fair. So yeah, it's my time is going to be spread across different platforms, teaching people how to detail or just generally coming in here, having a chit chat, explaining what I'm doing. If someone wants to have a chat, then great. If not, then I'll carry on showing people what I'm up to and hopefully providing good content for you guys. Unless you just want this ASMR and you want me to shut up. You want me to just shut up and do the work and just provide the content. I don't mind. And Tom, I can talk a bit more freely on here, which is quite nice. I mean, you haven't heard me swear all morning, and you won't. But at least I won't get in any trouble for. Is this Gary the moderator, the one and only Gary the moderator? He was very quickly made into a moderator on here as well. Although on here, Tom, we definitely don't get as many people talking. So it's going to take a little bit of time before I get to know people and before people start interacting with each other. So I'm at peace with that. It's really nice when I've got all of those people on TikTok. We're all having a chit chat. Everyone knows each other. People are meeting up outside of TikTok. And I hope for the same thing here as well. And that's just going to take weeks, maybe months to get there. But with 113 people in here, I'm hoping that people will come back regularly and that they realise that we're good people and they'll come and have a chat with us at some point. But at the moment, can't get these 113 people talking. 112 because you're talking. 111. Be honest, didn't know you could talk on a. To be honest with you, I have never watched the YouTube live, so I don't even know how to find it. Like, it just wasn't obvious to me. So yeah, I'm still learning myself. I really don't know many answers on here, Tom. All I know is that Gary hasn't got as much work to do in terms of everything that he does for me on TikTok. I don't have as many questions to answer, which is kind of a shame because I really like helping people. But that's fine. And I can only imagine that if anyone out there really knows YouTube well, can you tell me, do you get paid for being on YouTube Live? I don't even care how much it is. I just want to know, do you get paid for it? That's all I want to know. If you are subscribed, it lights up in red when you go live. Ah, okay. It lights up in red. You know what? I spend so little time actually enjoying watching social media these days that I'm struggling to think of what that looks like. I'm normally in the background these days, just answering questions, etc. There we go. Got fresh sides. So, all right. So, does that mean a lot of the people in here are subscribers? I'm going to assume that they are then. And if they're not subscribers, where did they come from? I need to work that out. I need to work it out so I can make it happen again. But yeah, if anyone out there really does know YouTube well, can you tell me, do you get revenue from being on YouTube Live? Because if so, I'm going to be on it 24/7 and probably from a warmer climate because it's about to get really cold in England. And I've sprayed the roof of this with that new toilet I've got. It's weird, but when YouTube said subscribe, it makes it sound like you need to pay, but it's technically a follow. Well, that's not good, is it? People don't need to pay. For any of you up there, for any of you 89 people, I am not charging for subscription. There is literally no charge. If YouTube are charging you, I'm not getting any revenue from it. So I don't know why that is. But yeah, please give me a follow and hopefully you'll see that there is nothing to pay. Absolutely nothing. I want my revenue from adverts. I don't want my revenue from you guys. You keep the money. It's hard earned at the moment. Okay. Inside window needs to be done. Then I'm going to do the tires. I'm going to do a little bit of dusting on the inside. Now, believe it or not, I did hoover this car, but well, after I used the tourniquet, found a leaf under the seat. How does the leaf get under the seat of a Range Rover? I don't know. So I'm going to use dual satin for the interior, and I'm going to use a Fallen Angel microfiber. Let me show you what I'm doing. It's just cleaning the window though. And the dual satin cleaner, it smells nice. It's a very, very, very light cleaner. So you wouldn't use it if you've got particularly dirty plastic, etc. It's more like a weekly maintenance product, but it smells good and it helps with dust. Apparently, I don't know how, but there's a few products out there now that they say that it's anti-dust kind of technology. It repels the dust. I don't know how you would test that, but hey, that's what it says on the bottom. I know that I've missed the windscreen. But that's on purpose. I'm going to do that not live. I always do that because sometimes it just gets a bit fidgety, to be honest with you. Right, let me show you what satin looks like. And I'm going to grab a microphone from Fallen Angel as promised. This is what satin is, dual satin, just to keep on top of the interior. There's not a lot to do there because I do this car every single week. I'm trying to clean my car Uh, I'm trying to clean my car around 1, but my lance has been pulsing. Sent it back to Jewel. He's fixed it, but only time will tell. Pulsing. Do you know, I had that, and it was a problem with the water pressure, not the actual lance. But I did have that with a Karcher K1. Then I took it from somewhere, K2, sorry. I took it from one place to another. There was nothing wrong with any of it. It was the Karcher. So if it comes back and it's still got the issue, Tom, maybe test it in a different pressure washer, a friend's pressure washer. So that would be an interesting one. My lance from them works really well. The one that I don't like, funnily enough, is the most expensive one that I've got by MTM. I think it's awful. Oh, this stuff really does smell good. I might do my own car before I leave. It does smell nice. It's like a fresh lemony, not sweet, but slightly sweet smell with a slight cleaner scent. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Okay, that's all I'm going to do with that. I'm going to wipe over the leather, wipe over the dash, wipe over the plastics. I'm going to spray it onto the microfiber. Then I don't get it onto the windows, quite simply. Right. Okay. And go over the screens, although I'm going to go over the screens anyway. I'm going to go over the screens with a glass cloth. It's the safest thing to use on there. So I've used it 5 times. The first 2 times worked. Dream. The last 3 times it's been pulsing. Unfortunately, I don't have friends where I live. Sad, but I don't live local to them. Ah, that's a shame. Okay, well, that idea is out of the question then. But no, that is unusual because if you think about it, there's not many things on a snow foam lance that can go wrong. So that is definitely a shame that that's happened. But this is what I've said. There's not a perfect company out there. However, the thing that I like about those guys is if there's a problem, they'll fix it and they don't hang around. As far as I'm aware, they fix it, and it's the customer service that I like as well. But I'm sad to hear that that hasn't worked. Um, And finally, we got Flex to work yesterday, right? So for those of you that don't know, I do product testing and I do it live. No audio, just tube. Is that right? Tom, can you let me know if you can't hear me? Sorry, I know Tom, so I don't know if you're teasing me or not yet because we don't know each other, just tube. But Tom, can you hear me? Okay, just thumbs up will be all right. Just tube, there is audio. Ignore that. No, I thought so. He's just teasing me. That's all right. I'm used to this now. I know what you guys are like. You're teasing me. I'm too long in the tooth for it. Thank you very much. Atwell. Can I call you Atwell? Thank you. A new a new commenter. Don't think have I seen your name pop up before? I'm not sure. But thank you for that. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, I get teased a lot. So these days you kind of have to be on the ball. Is someone winding you up? And you tried. You get 10 points for trying. But I like that. It's no problem. It's good fun. Right, so with this product, it's going on most of the surfaces in here, to be honest with you. I've never had a problem with it, but definitely all over the plastics. Very light amount on the leather. It doesn't leave any kind of grease behind like some products do. They really do get on my nerves. So, yeah. Where am I? From Liz Howard. Liz, I am based in Romford in Essex. Whereabouts are all of you from? I'm interested to know. So, is there anyone outside of England? We've had someone in from Canada earlier. I'm not sure if there was. I'm not sure if there was anyone else from other countries, but I'm sure there is. They just haven't told us yet. Bristol, hello. S Pro Detailing, hello. Do I know you guys already? S Pro Detailing from Bristol. So, look, I'm going to promote you on here. If you're looking for a detailer and you're in the Bristol area, you need to get in contact with S Pro Detailing. Check out their work. Maybe they will write a little thing down here, letting you know where you can find them on social media. So if you're looking for this kind of service and you're in the Bristol area, there you go. These are the people you need to talk to. But you didn't think that you were going to get any kind of advertising today. Right, okay. How are you doing, S Pro? What kind of stuff do you specialize in? To have people talking on here, so I kind of latch onto it. Romford in Essex, my nan lived there. Do you know what? It's one of those places I think everyone knows someone from Romford. Um, thanks for ring bell. Thanks for the ring. Thanks for ring bell. Don't know what that means. Liz Howard, does that mean you're local as well? Could you not tell from my accent that I'm a little bit Essex? I try to tone it down, but ultimately you can tell. So I know that you're looking at my back right now, but there's nothing I can do, I'm afraid. There we go. Get rid of that little bit there. Thank you very much. Here we go. So we've got Bristol. I know we've got Loughton. We've got in the South Country. Liz, I don't know, but Nan was in Romford. I was born in Romford. I only lived there for a couple of weeks, I think. But yeah, well, not born in Romford. First, first home was in Romford. That makes sense. Awesome. So for those of you that have recently joined, my name's Jay. My business is called PFG Detailing. I love detailing cars, better than the insurance world that I used to be in. I love going live. I love talking to lots of different people from around the world or sometimes just around the corner. And if I can help you with detailing, answer any questions that you might have, promote another detailer, I am more than happy to do that. So please come join us. Don't tone it down. Okay. You know what it is? It's because I used to be in the insurance world. It was a suit and dealing with proper people. Um, that you just kind of have to tone it down. However, after a couple of glasses of something, it comes out. I relax a little bit more. Right. So this car, I've not got a lot more time to spend on this car, if I'm being honest with you. I've got to do the tyre shine. I need to do the windows. I'm going to wipe down the door shuts. I'm just going to use this because it'll be perfectly fine. But then this car would be pretty much done. Now, I want to spend as much time on here with you as possible, but I do need to get this car back to the client. I'm not going anywhere just yet, so don't leave. But I will be back next week. I might bring my own car in. We'll see. Just so I can do a live because I think I've had a cancellation for Monday and Tuesday, which is a bit of a pain. 'Cause it was going to be a matte car in for a ceramic coating, a BMW i4. But the guy has, I think he's let me down. He said he would let me know if he's actually booking in, and he hasn't let me know. Someone hit themselves in that car. Someone a Is there a typo there? I'm not sure what that means. Right, sorry. How much? Uh, did they really, Darian? How do you know that? I mean, that sounds like inside information to me. Liz has asked how much for this car is in and out, and it takes me a good couple of hours, even without this, to do a proper job, and it's 70 quid. So I'm much more expensive than the local car wash. The products that I use, the care that I take, the water that I use that doesn't leave water spots, it all contributes to why I charge what I charge. Um, I think that means from Darian, I did a good job. So thank you for that one. And I have actually dealt with cars that have had that in it. I've dealt with cars. No, actually, I quoted on a car that had worse than that in it. Does anyone want that story? Let me check if I can get 5 thumbs up from the people that haven't actually commented yet. I'll tell you about the worst quote that I've ever had to give before. But I'm going to make you work for this one. You're making me work for the comments. So if I can get 5 thumbs up, I'll tell you what I quoted on and why it was just a little bit kind of like, what do I quote for this one? And then I'm going to ask you what you would have charged for this particular car. Can I get 5 thumbs up? See, I've got to get you talking somehow. It's hard to get you guys talking. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. Based in Wales. I love Wales. I haven't been in a very long time. I used to have clients there, not for this job, but it was insurance. That was quite a while ago. I used to go to Cardiff regularly. I'd make sure that I'd go to Cardiff on a Friday afternoon, see my clients, then go and see my friends that lived in Cardiff and go out for the weekend. Yeah, the company used to pay for it. I was still doing my job. I was still entitled, but they used to pay for the hotels and the fuel and the food. But yeah, why not? Go out with my friends. Right, okay. Purposely leaving the doors open because I need to give it one more hoover. What I did was I used something called a tornador, Pembrokeshire. I don't know exactly where that is. Wales is a surprisingly big place, I think. It goes all the way up to Newcastle way, doesn't it? Is it Snowdon up in that area? Am I right? My geography doing okay there? But I do like it, and I like the accent. And one of the things I used to say to my friend all the time was like, "Could you call me a carrot in Welsh?" Do you know what that word is? I should have gone to Lake District this weekend. I still have a 2 night stay in the Lake District, and I need to renew that voucher that I got for my 40th birthday, which was a while ago. So yeah, but how comes I should have gone this weekend, Gary? Oh right, I understand. Yep, got you. Don't need an explanation on that one. Yeah, yeah, no, you're right. But we haven't planned it that way. But you are right. Right, what I'm going to do next is quickly hoover the car, get some tire shine on there. This is done, and I've got so many microfibers. That's not all of them. There's another box over there with microfibers. I've got more at home. I've got some in this bag, so don't be cheap on the microfibers. Get a whole bunch of them. Use as many as you can without damaging the car. You just don't need to. They're cheap. They're like 60 or 70p each. Oh, I need to put that pink thing back in the car as well. That's for the dog to sit on. So as soon as I've cleaned it, I've got to basically put a dog rug back in the car. What are your top 5 favorite cars to own if money wasn't an issue? Oh, we were having a similar conversation yesterday. I find it so difficult to pick 5 cars. Let me try. Porsche 911 Turbo, absolutely in there. There'd have to be a classic, and I would pick the Mercedes, like a 1950s 300 SL. Right, so got that one. That one. We need a fast car. Mm, a Lamborghini, but I don't know what one. What else? We need a big car. D63. What have I got? Have I got one left? Then we've got to just go for an absolutely mental car. I don't know, maybe like an Ariel Atom or a Caterham 7 or something. Uh, um, what would you guys pick? My grandfather can call you anything in Welsh. I can't. She's Welsh. I'm English. Right, our grandmother, not grandfather. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Well, best place for microfiber. Well, I don't know where you're based, but I get my microfibers from Fallen Angel. Let me show you the Fallen Angel ones. So this is where is it? So this is Fallen Angel. If you can see that on there, that's their logo. The quality is really, really nice, actually. Let me show you one that I haven't used. So they're dual-sided. There you go. They're edgeless. They've got no silly swing tickets on there. They wash really well. These ones have been washed, and you can see how they come out. They've got the blue and grey. They've got bright green and orange, and then they've got these super thick plush ones, which are really nice. And I don't like using them because I don't want to make them dirty. And I know I've just told you just use the microfibers, but I don't want to make dirty. Right. So, Liz, if you ask your grandmother the word for carrot, you'll see why I find it funny. Yeah, they are great. I personally think they're great, and the customer service from those guys is great. The delivery is great. The price is great. So, yeah, it sounds like I'm overselling them, but I think they're really good. S Pro Detailing, Audi A3 Saloon. Is that one of your favourite cars, S Pro? I used to have an Audi, but it was only a diesel. I used to have it for work, and it was a really good car. I tell you what are nice, the SRS6 Estate. I don't normally, I don't normally like estate cars, but the Audi RS6 Estate is an absolute beast. It's just one of those. If you look at it and you go, "Yeah, that's the one." The sound when it starts up, right? This is now the second Hoover that I've done on this car because I use something called a tourniquet. Did you say swing ticket? Yeah, I did say swing ticket. Basically, a label. You know, a lot of people use the yellow microfibers that will go nameless, and they have the little ticket on there. So on those ones, they don't have. There's no tickets. There's no faffing around. You open it up, you use them. That's it. Whereas the other ones, you have to tear off the swing ticket, which is just pointless in putting it on there in the first place. But also, they're not edgeless, so it means they're not soft, and that's why I like to use them. It's a no faff, good quality microfiber. It's a shame they're not in here because sometimes they join my live events. Well, I need to wipe over the back seats on this actually. Well, are they based in Brighton? Yes. Oh, sorry. They are based in Brighton. Sorry, that's it. Not are they? This is what happens. I keep skim reading messages because of course I'm doing work at the same time, and sometimes skim reading isn't the best. In fact, most of the time, skim reading isn't the best. Oh, I've just got the a little bit of a McDonald's straw, you know, the wrapper. Just had to get that sucked up by the Hoover. There we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of a scent in this car. Actually, I don't normally put anything in the car, but I'm going to put a scent in there. It smells quite nice. It's called Neroni by Jules. It's going to be easier if I shut that door. 120 minutes. We've been in there for 2 hours. Still going strong. So after this, I'm going to quickly wipe down the seats. I'm going to get some tyre shine on the tyres. And then I've got to get this car back to the client and I'm going to take the rest of the day off. So I've got some chores to do at home. Who doesn't like a home chore? Right, okay. That's it done. But we're still here for a little while. 23 likes. Gary, I am over the moon with that. 23. I'm genuinely really pleased. Thank you, everyone, for the likes, the comments, the subscriptions. I'm just, yeah, really happy. So thank you, everyone. You've made me smile today. I'm still here just making little one's lunch, but we'll have to go in a minute. Thank you, Tom. I know you're always there lurking in the background, and I really do appreciate you for that. If you could make me some lunch as well, I'm absolutely starving. I'm always hungry though, that's the problem. But I think you've been here for the majority of the live actually, and I will be going ever so shortly myself. Just got to remove these little paw marks from the very cute dog that they have. Always makes a fuss of me every week that I go there. What I'm worried about is that she jumps up on the car and she will scratch it. But thankfully she didn't do that today. Okay, that's that one done. Need to do the inside windows. I'm going to leave the door open as a reminder. Wipe down the leather again with the satin. When I say satin, it's dual satin, which is an interior detailer. Get rid of some of that water. Go. Quick spritz. Smells lemony fresh. Very light cleaner. You wouldn't use this stuff if you've got particularly dirty seats. Very mild cleaner. You'd need something else for that deep clean. How comes after you hoover, even the tiniest little thing like that bugs me? Where does it come from? Done the hoover and then something lands in there. Bugs the life out of me. Okay, that is looking good. Don't touch it. Right, tyre shine. Then we are done. And the tyre shine that I'm going to use today, again, it's dual because it's right next to me. And I'm going to use one of their applicators as well. So this is their applicator. It's like a cup, little sponge. And bottle. I did break the bottle yesterday. Let me see if I fixed it. Broke the bottle. Nope, it's working today. Okay, so just drizzle some of that on here. Let's go and get it onto the tyres. Now, these wheels on something called the tyres are lifted ever so slightly on these mats, which means that when I clean the underside and put tyre shine on there, it's easier to do. Falls off the door when you shut it. God, I've already forgotten what I was talking about, Gary. Oh, my brain is not switched on today. Falls off the door. What are we talking about? We're talking about tyre shine. We're talking about cleaning. Is that the water? The water falls off the door when you shut it. That could be it. I think that's what it is. So I will look again in a minute. I'm sure Gary will put me straight. Gary, how are you feeling at the moment? Are you doing good? That's all I want to know without giving away too much. Are you doing good? Right, and that's how the tyre looks on this car after you put some gloss on there. Not too glossy. I don't like that glazed donut look. Maybe some of you like the glazed donut look. It's not something that I like too much. Bits, honestly, oh, it falls off the door. Yeah, yeah. The thing is, I like to think that I do a thorough job and I dust down the doors, but I don't know. So I sometimes, after I've hoovered on a windy day, someone opens the doors. I have to make sure that all the doors are constantly shut. But today it's relatively quiet weather-wise. Also, with these tyre shines, for any of you that do apply them, I clean the tyres thoroughly. So what that means is the tyre shine should look better. If you don't clean the tyres and then you try and put a tyre shine on there, why would it work for you? Okay, well, you're just chilling. All right, good. Do you want me to make you some mashed potatoes? There's going to be about 96 people that are wondering what I'm talking about, why I'm offering you mashed potatoes. But Gary's a friend. I don't mind cooking for him and knocking some food around. There we go. Um, I can't remember what I was saying before. That was it, cleaning the tyres. So when the tyres are clean, if you've got a tyre shine that you think it just doesn't last that long or it just doesn't last that good or that well, sorry, then did you clean the tyres properly? Because if the answer is no, I'd have to challenge that you've given that tyre shine the best chance possible of actually doing its job. So give that a crack next time. Give the tyres a good clean. Doesn't take long. It's actually really quite therapeutic. It's like the rest of detailing. It's therapeutic to me anyway. And then use the tyre shine that you didn't like before. And then you can send me a message and say, you're all right. Tyre shine works better. And it was therapeutic cleaning the wheels. So whilst I'm here and I'm nearly done, has anyone got any questions about detailing, questions about products? You've got something with your own car that you need a bit of help with that you just don't know how to fix? I'm more than happy to help. Chicken broth. Well, is that what you've got? I mean, I've never made chicken broth. What I'm wondering is, can we can we get to a round number of 25 likes? I've got 23. Which I am over the moon with, like massively. So I've never had 23 likes on here. It's near on double what I had previously. But if I can get to 25, then I would love that from you guys. We've already hit a record, a personal best, and definitely hit a personal best with the amount of people that were in here. We've got to work out what I can do to get you guys talking just a little bit more. That will come in time. Right, okay, so this is done, and I'll show you the reason why I like to wear these gloves. Because, quite simply, they are greasy as hell now. So I'm gonna rest that on there, and I normally throw these gloves away. So let me see if I can get these off. But if anyone's got any questions about detailing, well, I've got gloves over gloves today. Keep my hands warm. There we go. That'll do there. Take that one off. Put these gloves in the bin. But yeah, if anyone's got any questions about detailing, let me know. This car is done. I'm going to do the inside windscreen, but otherwise that's it. I've got nothing else to show you. But I would like to detail some more cars with you in the future. I don't know how you click the subscribe button on here, but I'd love if you would hit the subscribe button. I'd love if you would give a comment or a thumbs up that you've enjoyed being with us here today. If you can give me a like, thank you very much. I'd appreciate that. I appreciate it if you just sit back, relax, and just join me whilst I've been cleaning this car. Now, hopefully you will agree that this car is now looking pretty good. It's taken a couple of hours, but that's a proper job that we've done on there. All right, so tyres, we've got to do interior window. That is pretty much it. Right, okay, so I am going to reluctantly, even with 86 people here and hitting a couple of different records, going to say I need to go. I don't know how you click the subscribe button, but please click it. I will be back. 100% I'm coming back here. I'm going to be doing a lot more lives. And I hope to see you all again soon. Gary, you're wonderful. See you again soon. And Liz, if you're still here, thank you very much. And Tom, love you all. See you soon. And have a good afternoon. And I'll talk to you all next week, 100%. Don't know what car yet, but I'll be here. 24 likes. Mine says 23, but I'm happy either way. But thank you very much to absolutely everyone. See you later. Bye bye. Thank you, Akmal, and thank you for joining. See you later. Bye bye.